US confirms 14 airstrikes against ISIS in Syria. The US military said on Tuesday it had launched airstrikes on the Islamic State ISIS in Syria and at least one other militant group based in the country. A Pentagon statement said the 14 strikes against ISIS targets were carried out with Bahrain, Jordan, Saudi Arabia, the United Arab Emirates and Qatar. Jordan confirmed its air force had destroyed a number of targets that belonged to some terrorist groups that sought to commit terror acts inside Jordan, without making explicit reference to Syria. The Syrian Foreign Ministry said on Tuesday that the US informed its own envoy before launching the strikes. Raqqa, an ISIS stronghold, was among the targets of the operation, which began in the early hours of Tuesday morning local time. The head of the Syrian Observatory for Human Rights, Rami Abdulrahman, told Reuters by telephone in Beirut that the airstrikes hit checkpoints in Raqqa city and surrounding areas. Dozens of ISIS fighters were killed or wounded in the attacks, he said. Fighter jets, bomber aircraft and Tomahawk missiles were used in an operation the Pentagon press secretary, Rear Admiral John Kirby, described as ongoing. The US said the second group targeted, identified as the Horizon Group, was hit without allies. The Pentagon described it as a network of seasoned al-Qaeda veterans plotting against us and Western interests from inside Syria. The Syrian Observatory for Human Rights claimed that a third group, the al-Nusra Front, an al-Qaeda branch that has fought ISIS, was also hit. This has not been confirmed by the US. The president of the Syrian opposition coalition, Hadi al-Burra, said the strikes were necessary. We have called for airstrikes such as those that commenced tonight with a heavy heart and deep concern, as these strikes begin in our own homeland. We insist that utmost care is taken to avoid civilian casualties. Our people have been suffering at the hands of ISIS for over a year.